Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I must admit, 10 minutes, I thought to myself, crikey, 30 seconds was normally the most we got in the European Parliament. That was a challenge. I want to start off with a few acknowledgements before I say anything. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge my running opponent today. We're adversaries in this race, but I think we'll be a team no matter what after the race comes through. And that's an important difference to previous times with UKIP. I listened to that speech and I loved it, and I thought it was great. It's great that we've got so much passion and fire in this party. I've listened to other speeches today and I've been frankly astonished by how good they are and some of the new faces coming through. Speaking as a relative old-timer from the party, it's great to see new talent coming through in this party. So I'm really grateful for that to see. I want to acknowledge Pat and the people who've organised this event today. It's been wonderful. I want to acknowledge everyone who partied last night at that dinner. What a night we had. And if you're still here, you've got some endurance, so fair play to you. And I think it's important as well to acknowledge our leader, Neil Hamilton, who without him and Ben Walker, this party wouldn't still be standing. We owe a debt to them and to all of you who have kept the party going, and reaching even further back to all of you who campaigned in that referendum campaign to win that historic victory. It was my honour to campaign alongside you. We worked as a team across the country. It was a beautiful experience to win. So we're a party that has a history of changing things. And we're a party that has got not just great experience within its ranks, but new up-and-coming stars coming amongst us. And we're a party that has a new mission. There has been a dreadful virus spreading around the world. Much of what that virus brings emanates from China. That virus has many symptoms. The symptoms of that virus are clamping down on free speech, loss of bodily autonomy, woke takeovers, our way of life being threatened by an influx of people we know not whom in their millions. The symptoms extend to bankruptcy for Western economies, endless wars where the only people who do any good out of it are the arms manufacturers, endless rounds of jabs where the only people who do any good out of it are the people who make the jabs. One thing after another. There are so many symptoms of this dreadful virus, and I'll tell you what the virus is. It's authoritarianism. That is the true virus that is inflicted upon the Western world. That virus, if unchecked, will change all of our ways of life. And there is one way to cure that virus. It's with freedom and independence. Somebody has to take up the fight. Somebody has to stand up for our rights, our independence, our individuality, our rights to our way of life, our rights to make and keep as much of our money as possible, our rights to good public services, our rights to being able to drive down the road without it being like a bomb site, our rights to getting treatment in the NHS, our rights to so many things which are being taken from us one by one. We have a new mission. We are fantastic when we have a mission. When we come together with a mission, nothing and nobody can stop UKIP. We know this. We've proved this. We didn't just beat the establishment in the UK. We shoved two fingers up to Barack Obama, which I thought was great. And others as well who told us what we could and couldn't do. The BBC couldn't tell us what we could and couldn't do. Nobody could. We did it. You did it. The new mission is to take on this dreadful virus of authoritarianism, this combination of big corporations and overpowerful states sweeping across the world, wiping away democracies and freedoms, wiping away free speech, taking your money out of your pockets to fund things that nobody ever voted for. This is our mission. And we can do it. Now, we can do it if we begin to look forward. Yes, we acknowledge our glorious heritage as a party, but we look forward to the next steps. And that is with love in our heart, love of freedom, love of democracy, love of our way of life, not hate. We don't focus on the hate of the things we don't like. We focus on the love of the things we do like. If we focus on that positive message to sell to the British people, not only will our membership increase, we will start to win votes again, we will begin to thrive again, and the other parties, the other organisations will fall by the wayside, particularly the plastic pretend Reform Party, which is simply a company made for media exposure for a handful of rich men. It is not a political party. We are. The difference will become clear to the people with our principle, our approach, our honesty, our integrity, our acknowledgement that we are but human. We sometimes say the wrong thing. We sometimes make a mistake, but we care. We sacrifice. We do everything we can for our freedoms, for their independence, our national independence, our personal independence, our sovereignty as individuals, free from this overbearing state, free from these global corporations who take everything from us and give nothing back. We can organise, we start from the grassroots up. We start getting branches back together. We start pulling this whole people's movement back together again. The time is right. There is an appetite. People are hungry for what we can help them with. The troops are out there. We have the hardcore, the survivors here today, and my hat is off to you. But together, we can reach out and get so many more people to our cause. There is a tide in the events of man, and that tide is swinging in the way of freedom and the fight back for independence, and UKIP will lead that fight.